Konishiki akebo no takano hana hakuho musashi maru kotoshikiku Chiyo no Fuji Kita no Mi Asashoru Kaio Sumo Wrestlers all Goodbye 2010 Sumo. Hey there, hello there, it's Jeff Cutter Diamond, and we're ready to go with more sumo gears. And August 2010, 3 members of the Yamaguchi crime syndicate are arrested on suspicion of extorting 6 million yen from a former wrestler. And there was a lot of problems. The head of the Sumo Association announced his retirement because of the scandals. A couple more wrestlers, August 12th, were found guilty of betting on baseball. So anyway, there were a lot of problems. Hakuho does win his 54th straight belt, beating Shionofuji's post-war record of 53 that he set in 1988, and now he's just behind Futabayama. And Hakuho did his job. He wins another Essential Yusho, all perfect. He gets his record up to 62 straight wins, and runner-up was Takekaze. Also, Shobu has a retirement ceremony in October 2010, and a lot of people snippets are like Shionofuji and Hakuho. So anyway, the Bunsuki is released for a Kyushu tournament, and there are only 2 Japanese-born wrestlers in Sanyoku, Kaio and Toshio-san, and 20 of the wrestlers are in the Makuuchi. This is amazing. Hakuho's winning streak gets snapped at 63 thanks to Kisana Sato. It's amazing. On the final day of the tournament, Hakuho does win his 5th straight title, 17th straight time, 17th, beating Toyo Nashima in a playoff. Kaisai wins Juryo division. Tosaru Nobi decides to retire from sumo. So nice job by him. Kaio is now the oldest secretary in sumo as of 2010. Kaio Satopo second for the first time since July 2007. So that's amazing. He did everything. Let's go to 2011 now. And in 2011, Hakuho wins the first Bachelor of the Year, January 2011. It's 6 in a row. Only Taiyo and Asashoru have done that, and his 18th title. Kizuna Sato is the only guy who beat Hakuho in the tournament. So anyway, Tamawashi gets a warning from the Sumo Association because he broke a restaurant in Tokyo. So this is just terrible. After the scandals of 2010, things got worse. In February 2011, that they found evidence of sumo max fixing. Amazing. Because they talked about the baseball betting scandal, and now there are some text messages to trade cash for wins and all that. A lot of sumo wrestlers are in trouble. So anyway, the Japanese Prime Minister, February 3rd, 2011, Naruto Kan, says a betrayal of the Japanese public. And Sumo Association could be in deep trouble for the future as a government-affiliated entity with tax benefits is in deep trouble. NHK says they will not hold charity sumo tournament coverage, and then consider dropping the March Honbasho tournament. Fuji TV says they're scrapping their tournament. And then 2 days later, on February 5th, the Sumo Association announces that they will cancel the March Osaka tournament, making the first time since 1946, when, of course, the Kukion was being constructed because of the bombs the U.S. dropped on Japan. That Hanbasha was called off. This is amazing. Amazing about everything. That because of this scandal, they have to force the March Basho to be gone for. A lot of max fixing and all that. So anyway, lots of things. So a lot of wrestling issues. And a lot of wrestlers are gone. NHK says that the May Basho will not be televised, even highlights. And the Sumo Association said on April 20th that it says they'll broadcast it live on the internet, but it will be cutting in half the electricity used as a Kokugan because of the power saving measures following the March 11th earthquake. The test meet. Hakuho does win his 19th Basho of the year thanks to Toshushin losing to Haruma Fuji. Great job. His 7th consecutive title, equaling Asashori's record. And the Sumo Association, a few days after that, says 13 Rikishi will be promoted to the Juro division. Among the newcomers are Takano Yama of the Czech Republic and Ayama of Bulgaria. Amano Shiki will come back too. So the Makiuchi drops from 42 to 40 Basho. It'll be the first time since 2005 that 3 men will be at Sumo's 3rd highest rank at Sekawake. Kakeru, Kisana Sato, Koto Shigeku. Amazing. There are no wrestlers who lost secretary status. First time since 1933. This has happened. Kaio at the Nagoya batch wins his 1046 career match, breaking Chiyono Fuji's all-time record. And Kaio decides to retire 5 days later on the 19th. He won 879 top division matches, the most sumo matches of all time, and competed in 107 top division tournaments. Haruma Fuji gets his 2nd Basho. Even though he lost to Kisano Sato, he does win on the second last day of the tournament. And with Kaio's retirement, it was the first time since 1993 that no Japanese-born wrestlers were at Oseki or Yokozuna, which was amazing. Hakuho wins the September Basho, and he beat Haruma Fuji. Haruma Fuji tries to be Yokozuna, but he's 8-7. Koto Shigeku goes up to Oseki. Now, and Koto Shigeku's Oseki promotion, the first time in 4 years that a Japanese Rikishi would have that record. So anyway, in Kyushu in the November Basho, Kisano Sato loses to Koto Shigeku, but Kisano Sato does get Oseki promotion. Hakuho does win his 21st Basho of the year. And the 15th Yokozuna, Takano Sato, died November 7th of 2011, by the way. 2012. Baruto wins his first ever Basho. He jumped up to 13-0. So Baruto is the January 2012 champion. Baruto does lose to Haku on the final day, but it doesn't matter. He won the tournament. Kitano Nobi was named chairman, replacing Hanari Goma, who had the retirement age of 65. So Kitano Nobi is the first man to have more than one chance to be the chairman of the board. And Kakeru had a chance to win the Basho in March of 2012, but lost to Akuho, who gets number 22 and ties him with Takano Hana for 5th all time. Kakeru does become the 6th Sumo 6 Oseki of 2012. So they're 6th and second for the first time in sumo history after Kakeru's promotion. And for the first time since 2001, on May 20th, 2012, the Yusho was not won by Yokozuna or Oseki. It was Kyoko Tenho, who was in a three-way tie on the final day with Tochiya-san and Kisano Sato. Kisano Sato thought they had a chance. He had a chance to make a three-way playoff, but Boruto beat him. Kyoko Tenho beat Tochiya-san in the playoff, first ever between two Makishira, and it was the oldest ever first-time winner and second oldest Yusho winner ever, behind Tachiyama of 1916. At 37 years, 8 months. Amazing. Kyoko Tenho was due to retire, but he had to wrestle because obviously he won the Basho. Amazing. Kaio has a retirement ceremony May of 2012. So anyway, Haruma Fuji beat Hakuho to win his third Yusho with Central Yusho 15-0, Hakuho 14-1, and couldn't do it. Amazing. And for the first time since 2008, Hakuho goes through 2 tournaments without a title. 2 back-to-back titles. Chances. And in September Basho, Haruma Fuji defeats Hakuho, gets his second straight title. He gets Central Yusho, and he's sumo 70 of Yokozuna, obviously, because of the 2 tournaments. This was amazing for Haruma Fuji. And Hakuho does get revenge in Kyushu, beating Haruma Fuji to win the November Basho. Tochiro Waka was 13-0, but lost his last 2 bouts. It's just amazing. 2013 now, in January. Taiho sadly passing away at the age of 72. One of the greatest sumo wrestlers of the post-war era. That was so sad. I think I remember hearing about that. Haruma Fuji does win his 5th Basho in January 2013 with a perfect 15-0 record. Central Yusho. Amazing. Hakuho does get his 24th title and his 9th Central Yusho, beating Haruma Fuji in the March Basho. So anyway, sorry about that. On the final day of the Basho, Kisano Sato gets defeated by Koto Shigeku, which gives Hakuho his 10th Central Yusho, 10-15 tournament, and his 25th, tie-in with Aso Shoru, following Mongolian for 3rd place. Amazing. Osono Rashi wins the Maku Shita division from the Egyptian, getting him to Juryo. Boruto decides to retire because of his injuries. Hakuho wins in September 2013 Basho with a 14-1 record. And Haruma Fuji wins his 2nd tournament as a Yokozuna with a 14-1 record. And they thought Kisano Sato was going to be Yokozuna and give Japanese hope and all that. He does win a couple. He does go to 13-2, but Haruma Fuji beat him by 1. So Kisano Sato needs to have either win his first title with 13 wins or finish 14-1 to give him Yokozuna status. Haruma Fuji had to retire from the January 2014 Basho because of an injury. Hakuho wins his 28th title with a playoff match against Kakeru. Kisano Sato left with his injury, his Yokozuna promotion bid in tatters, and Endo comes on the scene. Kotoshu retires because of injuries. He's the first European Oseki and the first European to win a title. He decides to get Japanese citizenship and become a coach. Tochiya Shin, after missing 3 tournaments and fell to Makushita, wins that title, and Kakeru ends up winning his first ever Basho at 14-1, almost guaranteeing his promotion to Yokozuna. Kakeru is the 71st Yokozuna in history, the 6th foreigner, and the 3rd active Yokozuna, and they're all Mongolian. Hakuho wins the May 2014 Basho just ahead of Kisana Sato. For Kisana Sato, that's a 6th straight. Thing. 6th career runner-up spot. In Nagoya in July, Hakuho, Guido, and Koto Shigeku looks like they were going to be all in battle. Hakuho defeats Hamarufuji to avoid a playoff. Guido had a chance to be Oseki. Well, he became an Oseki afterwards. 14 straight tournaments at Sekiwake. Guido's now an Oseki, the 3rd active Japanese Oseki. In September, Hamarufuji had trouble. The day after he got DQ'd for hair pulling for the 2nd time this year, he had an eye injury. And anyway, the legendary match between Hakuho and Ichinojo in 2014 was that both were 12-1. Ichinojo, trying to win the first Makunuchi debut to win the title since 1914, had been 2 Oseki and one of the Yokozuna in the last 3 days, but Hakuho wins. And Chiyonofuji and Hakuho ties Chiyonofuji's 31 titles. Ichinojo does end up 13-2, which is amazing. And Hakuho then wins the title, taking care of things in November 2014 to tie holds 32 titles. First time someone hit 32 in 43 years, 43 years, wow. Hakuho was inspired by Taiho, who had links to the stable. Of course, Taiho passed away in 2013. So this was just terrible. How Taiho passed away. In 2015, Hakuho breaks the Yusho record with his 33rd. He beats Kisana Sato in a rematch. He did it. He knew he could do it. In March, Hakuho takes his 6th straight title, the 6th straight Basho, 34th of his career, beating Hamarufuji on the last day. But Terunofuji is the guy who breaks Hakuho's streak of 6 straight titles. He wins his first title and is given a chance to be Oseki. And a shocking death last June as Takano Nami passes away at 43. I didn't know he died. I saw his matches in 97 when he beat Takano Hana, but I didn't know he died. Hakuho in July of 2015, July, won his 35th Basho. He only lost to Tochiya-san. Kiko Tenho decides to retire. He's 40 years old. And, well, he knew his time. So, anyway, Kakuru wins the September Basho over Terunofuji in the playoff. Terunofuji was 11-0 and lost 3 straight. Not good for the Japanese Rikishi. So anyway, Hakuho comes back after recovering from the knee injury that forced him out in September, and puts him with his 50th Yokozuna Basho. And sadly, really sad, November 20th of last year, Kitano Nomi died of colon cancer at the age of 62. It was just amazing. Hokotumi, another former Yokozuna, is acting chairman. Kyushu tournament is won by Haruo Fuji, and he does his job. But, of course, to end this video, 2016, Koto Shikiku defeated all 3 Yokozuna to win his first division title and the first Japanese-born Rikishi since Tachiyasuma to win a title. 14-1. He only lost to Makashira Toyoshima, who ends up tied for second with Haku and Haruma Fuji. Tokaru and Endo are now gone from Makunuchi. They're in the 2nd division now. Terunofuji withdraw and will be Katobon, and meaning he has to have a winning record to stay in Oseki, as well as Guido. Yoshikaze 8-7 in Sekiwake division. That's not bad. So Hakuho won the Grand Sumo tournament a couple weeks ago. So anyway, that's it for Years in Sumo. I know it's been a long time. Coming up will be Sumo video games, Super Duper Sumo, Konishika's interview, a list of Yokozunas, and a lot more. Sayonara for now.